are you a nuisance? Hmm? You stay there. Be a good girl for once in your life. It's the retrograde. Don't make the retrograde not be a mess. Nobody wants that shit. Look at this Max. This street Max. Yes, sir. Oh, hey, Erica, how you doing? How the heck do you find the wonder how you find that thing too. Um what? Now you're ready to find you so they can send you money. Oh, so people who have Vimeo can now send money on to send money to me through PayPal. I didn't even know that. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Learned something new today. You gave me like this notification thing. I don't know nothing about that shit. It's the same company. I didn't even know. Because when I looked up Vimeo, it doesn't allow me to use it. So I guess people that have Vimeo can send me PayPal now. I don't know if they know that, but I guess so. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I've had PayPal for like years. So I never knew anything about. I don't really look into all that shit because it's irrelevant in Bermuda, you know. Hey Dan, how you doing, brother? You said I trying to get inspired to make some more jewelry. Yeah, go for it. Christmas is coming up. People are gonna want jewelry. Now's the best time to do it. Make some jewelry so that way you can sell it online for Christmas as people want gifts. Come on, Erica. Do I have to think for you all the time? Come on now. Get it done. Come on, woman. Then you can tell everybody on here where you're selling your jewelry and people come buy some. Come on now. Hey, Tanya. You just worky? Cool. Hopefully work's going good for you. You got mama out of the shower after getting groceries. Okay, good. I'm glad. I did some groceries today too. Oh, you're working this weekend? Great. What a joy. I'm working tomorrow. You're working 3 jobs? See, I didn't want to make jewelry. See? I tell you, woman. Well, if you're working 3 jobs, then that's good. Well, not good, but you might not have to make jewelry. But if you make jewelry, that's 4 jobs. Good Lord. Yeah, I remember you said you were feeling like shit. So I'm glad you're feeling better health wise. That's good. A lot of people are like feeling shitty and not fully cured. It's kind of weird, but I guess I could say the same thing about my back. You have Wednesday to Sunday off to Orcas Island. Yes, I remember. Dan, mom is good. I just went to go see her because her IPTV box was messed up, so I had to reprogram it and unplug it, put it back together, and all this bullshit. So I literally just came from there. Just came from my mom's. She's doing okay. She made ham, mac and cheese, and potatoes for us tonight. She bought it. I took her grocery shopping yesterday, and she bought the ham. She's like, "Oh, I feel like ham." And I can make a soup afterwards and blah blah blah. I was like, all right, yeah, we can get it. So she made it for us tonight. So my sister's down there now going to pick it up. So I went down there, my brother's down there, my sister's down there. We all went to visit her. You have surgery coming up. Oh shit. Well, hopefully you do surgery. I mean, hopefully you have surgery and it cures you. You know. The scooter will be here on Saturday. When I'm not here, I asked the real estate team to drag the 70-pound thing in the garage. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. They'll put it in there for you. And you're the administrator for a funeral home. Oh, hell no. You see, like, bodies and shit, or you just do the administration? I'm not really scared of funeral home stuff. I see dead spirits all the time. I mean, I see, dead people all the time, but not like that. I'd rather talk to him than see him dead. Fuck that. No, no. No, no. Yeah, you'll be fine, Tanya. Everything's gonna work out. This retrograde is annoying. This retrograde is definitely aggravating, that's for sure. You don't deal with bodies, but I was doing directing for a while. Okay, cool. Yeah, don't deal with bodies. Hell no. No, no. No, no. That's like when my dad passed away, they had a viewing for him just for the family. I'm like, no, no, no. I don't need to see my dad like that. No thanks. I already saw him dead when he died. I don't want to see him again. No thanks. I'd rather see him in spirit, and that's all that matters. I ain't looking at him in no damn box. That ain't happening. Everybody went but me. I told everybody I ain't going into that. No thank you. That's a bad image to put in your brain. And everybody came back very fucked up from that day. And I said, I told you guys you shouldn't do that. That's not good. That's gonna be a bad image in your mind. Don't do that shit. But no, nobody wants to listen to Mark. Not my problem. That's why I didn't go. Oh no, I don't do all that shit, bro. No, thank you. I'd rather see spirit. I don't want to see that shit. No, I don't want to see that. I like to remember dead people in a good way, not in a way like that. That shit will like haunt me. Yeah. Well, I had a choice, and my choice was not to do that because the day my dad died, like I said, I saw him dead already, so I didn't want to see him again. That's not something I want to see. So even in spirit, I don't like to see that. Yeah, that's what my mom said too. My mom said that she wanted to see if he was in his suit, if they fucked around and did something to him or whatever, or blah blah blah. My mom went to see if he was well dressed, and they put the right suit on him and all that type of stuff. And I was like, yeah, you can go do that stuff, not me. I can't do that shit. That ain't happening. I don't like to actually see the person dead, but I'll deal with dead people as a medium. Yes, fine. But I don't like to see the physical body of a person that's dead. That's not good for me. I don't like that. No thanks. But I understand whoever wants to do it, you can go see it. I've seen it once and I don't want to see it no more. One of my best friends that lived in my neighborhood, he died from a heroin overdose, and no one really knew he was on that shit until the end. Then they had a viewing, and I went, and it was not good. I still remember it, and I still don't like it. It's not about being scared. I just don't want those images in my brain. You know, I'm not scared at all. I went to the cemetery like a million times already, and I walk around there like nothing's happened, like nothing's, everything's fine. I don't really get bothered in spirit or anything like that. So I just don't like to. I just get that physical. Yeah, I just get that physical, like, when I see the physical look of a dead person, it doesn't set right with me. Like it just tarnishes my brain. I don't like that shit. Do anything else but that. Yeah, I know you're joking. Yeah, but I can go. I've been to the cemetery a few times already, and it doesn't bother me like some people. Some people it bothers them and they can't do it and all that shit. They feel scared or whatever. I'm not really scared of anything like that. I just don't like to see it. Even in mediumship, I don't want to see like somebody sick and dead and how they died and all that. I tell them, no, no, I don't want to see none of that shit. I'm not here for that. I ain't doing that shit. No thanks. Hey, Sophie, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't like to see the person look weird. Because when you go view somebody, they don't even look the same. Obviously not. And you're just looking at a corpse. It's nothing there. It's irrelevant to me. Me personally, I don't even care about that. It's like going to a cemetery. What are you going there for? I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to go to a cemetery and pray over some grave. For what? They're not there. Their body's there and their corpse is there, their coffin's there, but they're not there. They're out doing their thing. Their soul is floating around you. They appreciate the acknowledgement. They appreciate the acknowledgement. Don't get me wrong. And I've been to the cemetery a few times, right? But me personally, I don't have to go there because I don't feel like I need to, because I can talk to them in spirit right here. I don't have to go to some cemetery. But it's like an acknowledgement. Yeah, exactly. Respect. And that's fine. I totally get it. But me, I just don't feel like it's necessary for me personally. But I'll do it. It's fine. But I just have my my just my opinion about it. That's all. I don't want like nobody to be mad at me. Sophie, you said I saw my dad when he took his last breath, and when they took his body out from the room, the open casket, till he was buried. Yeah. Well, my dad took his last breath. I saw him in the middle of my kitchen, in the middle of my mom's kitchen at his house. So my mom called me because he was on the ground, and they were trying to revive him, and they couldn't. And then when he left, he was pretty much gone. He was dead on the bed. So I saw him dead. So I don't want to see him again in a box, dead again in a suit. I don't want that. I'm not gonna want that. You know? I don't want that bad image to be in my brain. The image I want of my dad is when I saw him in spirit literally right after, you know? I don't want to like see dead bodies, because that's irrelevant to me after that. Because once your body's dead, your spirit is gone, like it's out there, you can see it. And see, people think that because there's different scenarios to everything, and I have my opinions about it, and I'm not gonna sit there and be like, denying anything. Oh, you have the same glasses? Yeah, these glasses are good. They're good for you. Oh, nice. Yeah, mine. I haven't had a new pair in 5 years, and I don't want a new pair. I can see perfectly fine with these. I don't like believe in getting new glasses and shit every fucking 5 years or every 2 years. Upgrade this. No, no, no. If I can see with these, I'm keeping them. I'm good. If I can see with these right here, right now, I'm good to go. I ain't gonna do none of that dumb shit. I'm not gonna get new glasses every damn year or every 2 years, every 3 years. That's what they want. They want to fuck you over and get more glasses. Not with me, they won't. None of I ain't paying all that money for no damn glasses. If these are working and I can see, that's a good thing. That means I ain't gotta fix. Yeah, I understand that, Sophie. That's what my mom said. That's what my sister said. That's what my brother said. But me, I have a different like outlook on that. And I respect anybody who wants to go see a person at a cemetery or go, you can do whatever you want. I'm not telling people like, and you guys know me. I don't really care what anybody does. Your beliefs is fine. I just want, everybody to do whatever they feel is right for them. Because like I say, I'm not the one that's married to somebody that's gonna, I might have a different perspective if I was married, right? But that's my dad. That's more than a marriage partner. And I still didn't want to go see him in a casket, in a suit. That's not the dad I want to see. See what I'm saying? And when my dad died that day at the house, he appeared to me in spirit right away. So then why do I want to see his body dead again? Like to me, that don't make no sense. I don't need to see his body again. I've seen him all my life. So I want to see him in spirit now, which I did. And I'm happy that I can, because not too many people will be able to, unless you have, the mediumship gift. So to me, it's totally different. I already saw him dead. I don't want to see him dead again. Like that first initial seeing him dead, is not good. Like, I don't like to see that. That's a bad image that I got in my brain. I don't like to see negative things like that. I rather see him happy in spirit. To me, my images mean everything to me. So if I see a bad image of my dad in a coffin, dead, that's a bad image to me. That's not gonna make me happy. That's not gonna change anything of his death. You know, that's just gonna make me more upset. You see what I mean? And I'm gonna think about that image for the rest of my life, and I don't want that. I rather I rather remember the image of him, seeing him in spirit, having fun, and seeing his friends, and I don't want to see no dead shit. That's not me. But some people need that closure. You guys want that closure. And that my mom said I have to go see him one more time. Rightfully so. You've known this man for 60 years. You want to go see if he's dressed properly and then they put him in the casket properly and he's there and you want to go, you go right ahead. But you can count me out of that type of stuff. I'm not. It's bad enough I had to go to the funeral and deal with all that bullshit and all those emotions and all that shit and think about it the whole time and touch a casket that I know he's in there, but it's fucked up. And then see him go inside of a fucking hole. Like, I don't like to see none of those things because when you're a medium, you don't really like, you know, you don't need that extra shit in your life. As a medium, that's my perspective. That's my analogy, and that's what I believe, and that's what I want, and that's how I'm gonna be it forever. I just can't do all that type of shit. Okay, Eric. So it runs in the family. Both my parents have glasses at my age too. Yeah, Sophie, a lot of kids don't need to see that either. It's not a good image for them to have in their mind. My nephews buried my dad. They were the pallbearers, and they all got tarnished from that. It's not easy, and they all loved their grandpa, and their grandpa loved them, but it was hard to see them put him down in a hole. It's not. I mean, I told them afterwards that you guys are lucky to have a grandfather that you actually saw in real life and spent your whole life with. Me, I never saw my grandfathers. I saw my grandfather when I was 9 months old. So I didn't spend time with him. He got to see me. It was more of a great, great day for him to see his last grandson being born in 9 months and holding him and looking at him and then died the next day. So he saw me for literally a couple hours. I never saw my dad's dad because he died when my mom was pregnant. Because my mom didn't even go to my dad's funeral because she was 5 months pregnant with me. See, so I never got to see my grandfathers like and spend time with them like these guys did. So I told them, you guys are very lucky to have an 82-year-old grandfather that actually gave a fuck about you and did shit with you, took you places, did things with you, hugged you, kissed you, loved you, paid for shit for you, did shit for you. You saw both your grandfathers. Each of them saw all their grandfathers, not me. So I don't know what that is. So like to me, I have a different outlook on those things. So you know, that's why like I say what I say. Yeah, that's all that matters, Eric, is your mom's spirit. Some spirits are busy. They're out there doing their thing. I haven't seen my dad in a week, but in the beginning, I saw him 4 times. You know, now he's doing his thing. He's got it. I told him, go help mom, and don't worry about me. You know me, I don't need nothing. I just want you to be a mom. I every day I tell my dad, even if he doesn't respond, I say, look, dad, just please help mom. Okay, just go to your house at night, make sure mom's safe and protected, and you know how she is. She's stubborn. She don't want nobody there. But we see her every day. I go there almost every single day. I go to my mom's, and if I don't go there, I talk to her at least 3 times a day to make sure she's okay. And my dad's taking care of her. That's why she's okay. And if I believe that, then I know that that's true. So that's all that matters to me. Yeah, Tanya, I'm glad you feel that way. Widows need to do that, not sons. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. And I totally agree with you. Widows don't need to go either. But widows, yes, widows, no. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hang out with the dead. They just come to me. I don't ask them for anything, really. I just, like I said, sometimes they randomly come on here when I'm shuffling cards for somebody. They'll appear, ask me to intervene and say them, hey, this person wants to talk, this, that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I don't mind. But I don't want no spirit hounding me all damn day. That ain't happening. Uh-uh. Get the fuck out of here. You can go now. I need no spirits around me aggravating me. I already made that perfectly clear. I don't mind being a messenger, and then some days the spirit comes through and it's amazing. It's like a wonderful connection, and it's sometimes they leave me in awe. Sometimes they leave me in like, what the hell just fucking happened? And sometimes it's just a normal thing. So when they do that, I'm grateful for it, and I'm grateful to relate the message. But I don't want them around me all day, hanging out with me, talking to me and shit all day. No, hell no. I already told them that's not happening. They know what type of medium I am. You use me at your convenience, and then you leave me alone. Don't sit there and aggravate me all day. I don't want to hear voices in my head all day. I learned how to do that because before it wasn't that easy. Before they were controlling me, and then I started to control them, and then it changed. You know. Yeah, exactly. That's why I just say, look, I'm done. You guys gotta go. I just can't deal with you. Goodbye, good riddance. See you later. And usually, like the ones that are aggravate me are still cling to me from the reading of someone else. It's never my family that aggravates me. Some of my family don't even come to me in spirit. They make themselves known, but I don't need to talk to them every day. I don't bother spirit like that. It's not for me to bother them. I want them to enjoy their spiritual life. There's no reason for them to be around me. Hell no. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. But you know, some people don't understand, and some people's like mediumship is different than others. Some people want that, some people don't. Some people don't care, some people do care, some people, live for that. Some people dwell on it, some people think it's like amazing and they want to do it every day. When you've done it for a long time, like me, like you're just like, yeah, whatever, bro. Yeah, I see you. Okay, cool. Smell you later. Go do something with your life. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'll talk to him when I see him. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can appear to me next time and this person's around. I ain't got no time to be calling nobody. I ain't telling nobody shit until they come in here. Or when you see me, you talk to me. I'm good. But see, some people don't understand that like each of us have a different way of dealing with it. Some people can really like adapt to it and handle it. Some people can't. Some people like just don't understand it. Some people neglect it their whole life. And some people was like, hey, you know, I can't do this. This is not, I don't want to see dead people. Like, I don't want to do this. And I was like that for years. I didn't want to deal with it. Sometimes I thought I was just high and just hallucinating and shit, you know? Sometimes I thought I was high as when I used to smoke weed, I'd be like, yeah, I'm high as fuck listening to somebody talk to me. I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna sleep. And then when I stopped smoking weed and getting high and shit and drinking and all that 8 years ago, that's when my gift got stronger because like you literally was not dealing with liquid spirits, you were dealing with real spirits, like spirits. And I wasn't like getting high no more. I wasn't smoking weed no more and like thinking I'm hearing shit when I really was for real. So then I, enhanced my gift to work for me and understand that hey, this is for real now. Like I was hearing this shit all this time and I know now like it's true. Even when I did smoke and shit and I was high sometimes, I can still do readings and I still was able to control it, but it just didn't seem real to me. It didn't seem like I was actually like, I don't know, it just felt weird to me. I just felt like I was like it wasn't real and I was just making shit up or like it's just not it wasn't happening. But I remember one time I was high as fuck and someone asked me like something and I gave them like the reading and it took my high away. Like it was like, shit, I was until that. Yeah, I was. Yeah, I smoked for like 20 years every day, all day. I used to smoke pure weed every day. Yeah, I was a part of it for a long, long time. And then this year, it make 8 years that I stopped. So it was a great decision because now I don't have to spend money on it. Now I don't have to question myself, my gift, and things like that, and whether or not I was hallucinating or not, or I was just high as fuck listening to shit. But I knew I wasn't. It was just like I just had to make sure. So now that I don't do it anymore, it makes me feel better about what answers I'm giving to people. And I know I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, shrooms is something different. That's like pure high as fuck. I've never done anything but weed and alcohol. That's it. I don't have a desire to get higher than that. No thanks. I don't have a desire to get high anymore anyway. And there's nothing wrong with weed or anything that you do. Even alcohol, it's how you abuse it. So if you abuse it, then obviously it becomes a problem that you created. Because nothing's bad unless you abuse it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not against weed or alcohol or anything. I'm just against abusing it and overdoing it. So yeah, I don't I don't really care for all that shit anymore. I've saved a lot of money by not doing it. And I feel much better. My life is back to normal. I don't need it to go sleep and I don't need it to like relax or ease my pain or I used it for real purposes, not just to get high. And well, sometimes I just did it just to get high as fuck anyway. Sometimes you get mad and you just get high as shit. But yeah, that was when I was younger and stupid and didn't realize what I was really doing. But I don't regret any of it. I had good times and met a lot of good people through it. And now I'm just older than I just don't want to do it anymore. I just don't care. I'd rather do other things with my time and lead by example for the kids. I don't want my nephews to be doing that shit and because they all idolize me and I don't want them to smoke and drink like me and smoke cigarettes like me. So when they got older, I just didn't want them to, do what I do and say, "Oh yeah, Uncle Mark does it. I'm gonna do it too." Then their parents would be coming to me, fucking me off. So I did it for a lot of reasons, but that was one of the main reasons. I don't want my nephews to look at me as a drug addict or something like that. Not that I was, but yeah, I don't mind talking about it. It's a part of my life that I know I had some great times, and then sometimes you just give up on shit and you just do something else with your life, which is fine with me. I actually don't have a desire to do it. Even when my friends are around me smoking it, and they're like, "Come on, man, you want some?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm good, bro." You sure, man? Man, fuck, man. You used to smoke like every day. I used to come to you to get weed. I'm like, "Yeah, I know, bro." I said, I just don't. I don't care for it anymore, man. I really don't. And everybody respects me for like not doing it anymore, and just like making that decision for myself, and that's it. They respect me now, but they still tease me and like, "Come on, man, come on, just have a few draws, or just have one." Like, I'm like, "No, bro, I'm good." And it's free too. But I was like, "Nah, I'm good, bro. I just don't want to. Because if I start doing it again, I'm gonna want to do it again more." So I was like, "I'm good. Fuck that shit. I'm alright. Spend my money on better things." You met a Leo, he's actually decent. Nah, probably when he sleeps. Yeah. Well, you're a Leo too, right? So Leo and Leo might be good. The lion and the lioness. If he's decent, that's good. Hopefully he remains decent. Hope he's a good boy. I'm just saying. I'm not a fan of Leos in the past. Now I don't have a problem because I don't really know any Leos like that. I know you and I know Dan. You guys are Leos. And I get along with you guys. I'm cool with you guys. But in real life, I don't really have real life Leo friends. I really don't. Yeah. Oh, you still got Leo around you. But I've had bad experiences with Leo people, so I really don't like to really deal with them. But you and Dan, I have no problem with. But in the past, I had two Leo guys on YouTube that I met, and they were like a disaster. They were like they tried to actually destroy my life. They tried to destroy my channel, not my life, but my life on here. They literally tried to. And I was like, "Fuck you and fuck you. You guys don't know who you're dealing with. Remember, you're my opposite. You ain't me." So got rid of them, and life got better. But that's not like that's not like what I really care about is like a person's sign. I care about the character. Because there's some signs that I don't like, but I like a person that's that sign. Because they probably don't have dumb in their chart. So that's why I probably like them. You're a part of high vibe Leos. What's that? What you call its channel? Oh, that's not really the cusp. The cusp is usually like the 21st, 22nd. So you're like, like you're like an early Leo. So that's not really cusp. Cusp is like 21, 22. So you're already into the Leo. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. See. So you said I'm cusp, but you're really not. Cusp is like the 22nd, 23rd. Usually it's like 21, 22, something like that. In most months. So you're already in the Leo. So you are a Leo. Don't be trying to act like you're Cancer and Leo woman. You're a Leo. Simple. Don't be trying to convert to Cancer. You got to be a Leo. No, no. I'm only teasing, Eric. Well, yeah, if you're 25th, you're pretty much that sign for sure. Yeah, I'd be hating. Yeah, I'm hating. Ain't nothing wrong with me. See, I know I'm Aquarius. I'm February 6th. Ain't no cusp. Ain't no none of that shit. I'm a real Aquarius. February Aquarius are the best anyway. They're the real ones. They're the realest. If you're a January Aquarius, you're not really an Aquarius. I'm dead in the middle. I'm right in the middle. So I'm a middle Aquarius. Ain't no back and forth. I'm it. I'm him. Aquarius for life. I don't really care about the rest of this shit. Wherever the other charts are, I don't really care about that shit. Because I'm Aquarius sun and rising. I'm both. I'm double. I always tease the January Aquarius and said, "You guys ain't no real Aquarius. February is Aquarius." And they just started talking shit. We just have fun talking shit and stuff. But I knew. Yeah, January Aquarius. Michael Jordan's actually a 25th of January. He's an Aquarius. He's January. So he's very relevant in the world. Most of your placements are water. Yeah. I don't really have too much water in my chart. I have a lot of earth in my chart. I'm Virgo moon, and my Venus is in Aries, or Aries and Venus, or whatever the fuck you say it. That's fire. And then what else is there? I can't even remember. My brain's just all over the place. Yeah, but like I said, my sun and rising is Aquarius. So a lot of my other I have my Mars and Mercury is both in Capricorn. So I have Capricorn twice in my chart with Mercury and Mars. And I have like Libra, Taurus in my chart as well, like on something I can't remember. I think it's Uranus and Taurus. Libra's and my Pluto's in Libra. Some bullshit at all. I can't remember what it all is now, but I know those are the ones that I remember. Yeah. Yeah. You're my opposite. But my first true love was a Leo. But she was on the cusp too. She's 22nd of August. So she was like the end of Leo going into Virgo. So that's probably why I buried her for the time I did. But she acted more like a Leo, not a Virgo. Well, she considers herself a Leo because she's on the 22nd. She's the last, of the day. But to me, she's like half and half. She's like Leo and Virgo, but she has some Virgo traits, but not much. But she's definitely a Leo. So yeah, we were definitely opposites for sure. Because she didn't like sports, I did. She liked a lot of bullshit that I didn't. That's why we didn't last too long. But yeah, she was very jealous. She was very like jealous in a way where she didn't want no other woman talk to me, and if they did, or if somebody took more of my time than she did, she would get pissed. So she had that weird type of energy. where she would literally tell me, "Oh, you're too popular in school, and I don't know if I can be around you because I don't want that." And I was like, "Well, you're going to college soon, sweetheart, so you can go fuck yourself and go to college and leave me alone." That's pretty much what happened. She broke it off with me right before she went to college the day of. And I was like, "Yeah, all right, well, it broke my heart, but at the end of the day, it was for the best." She ended up, you know, the way she is, which I'm not going to elaborate. Well, there you go. That's that Leo energy. I wanted to stay with her even though she was, like that. I didn't want to break up with her. I thought that we were meant to be, and apparently not. She had other plans. She wanted to be a hoe. So I let her be a hoe. Go ahead, but I set her free. I unlocked the ankle bracelet and she took off. But we still speak though. Like we fell out, but we didn't like hate each other or despise each other or get revenge or like it's just like she went her way, I went my way, and we still speak, you know, when we have to or whatever. She don't even live here anymore, so I don't have to see her, which is great. Hey Gala, how you doing? You've never been a hoe? Well, that's good. If you're not a hoe, that's a good thing. And even if you are hoes and need love too, it's all good. I don't discriminate hoes. Hoes love me. I can't get rid of them. So I give them sympathy. But it was weird because I don't know. That's the only Leo I dated ever. I didn't date no other Leo. There was one other Leo girl that I was cool with, but she was too young, and I didn't want nothing to do with her. Like she was like kind of She was weird to me. I didn't really like her at all. But her mother was cool. Her mother was a Virgo, and her mother was like, "Oh, do you like my daughter?" I'm like, "Well, I'm kind of seeing somebody at the time." "Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought you were single." I was like, "Well, I am kind of, sort of, but it's complicated." And then she was like, "Oh, okay. Well, my daughter's interested in you." I said, "Oh, well, your daughter. How old your daughter?" And I was like, "Oh shit, she's 10 years younger than me. She don't want my old ass." She goes, "Hey, yeah, she does." I'm like, "Well, I don't really date women 10 years younger than me." Oh, okay. And I was like, "Yeah, that ain't gonna work. I don't want some ditzy little hoe around me. No thanks." She's not my type anyway. But that's the only other Leo that I had any type of situation with, relationship wise, that wanted me. But I was like, "No thanks. I don't want nothing to do with that." But she's actually with somebody and married to the guy now, so I'm happy for her. Better him than me. No thank you. The women that I've dated the most is fire signs. I've dated three Sagittariuses, and actually had two of them were my girlfriends for a good bit. And then I dated two Aries women. One I dated very briefly, and one was like on and off soap opera. So those are the ones that I dealt with. Those are the ones I dated the most, was fire signs. The Sagittarius women that I was around and dated, they were the ones I clicked with the most. And my sister is my best friend, and she's a Sagittarius. Her birthday is on Sunday. She's also on the cusp too. She's on Sunday. She's like the beginning of Sagittarius. So, but like her and I get along perfectly fine. Well, you know, she's a pain in my ass. I'm not a pain in hers. She'll beg to differ, but the truth is she is a pain in the ass. Speaking of pain in the ass, she just came home. and I'm gonna go eat my dinner with her and my nephew now. But like I said, I've dated some people that are like that, but I would say probably the weirdest women that I've connected with and tried to like be more with, but wouldn't give me the like the time of day, or just they like you but they don't want to go further, is cancer women. There's been like two or three cancer women that I know of, and they were like cool with me and shit. And we were like kind of like, date here and there, or like go on these little dates or go on these little adventures and shit with each other. And then we'll get like kind of close, and then they'll disappear. And I'll be like, what the fuck did I do? I'm just being cool. You act like I tried to kiss you or fuck you or hug you or something. Like, I thought we were cool. Next thing you know, they disappeared. And then when they see you, they're like, oh, hey, Mark, I haven't seen you forever. And I'm like, well, that's your fault. Oh, what do you mean? I have amnesia. I'm stupid. Yes, you are. You dumbass. Fuck is wrong with you? What you mean you ain't seen me forever? You're the one who ain't answering my fucking taxes and my calls, who? You told me you act like you're blaming me. You cancer ass emotional weirdo. Get the fuck out of here, woman. They ain't even got no damn brains. They're cancer women. They be dealing with emotions more than anything. The last cancer woman that I was kind of dating and getting close to, we got pretty close. We became good friends, and then she was like giving me damn looks, like she wanted the D. And then when I asked her like to go on a date, she was like, "Oh, um, I'm running away. I can't take this." She was like, "Oh, my phone, my phone." I'm like, "Ain't nobody on your damn phone. That thing ain't even vibrating or ring." She took off, and I asked her. And then when I like brushed her off and didn't speak to her no more, then she wants to come back all hard again. Oh yeah, we can do this. Oh my god, oh my god. And then a week later, it's back to shit again. Yeah, I can't deal with your emotional ass woman. It's either you're in or you're out. I ain't chasing no damn coochie. You must be out of your mind. See, she's fine as hell, right? And got a big ass booty, looking nice. She wants me to chase her. I ain't chasing you, woman. I can't run that fast. I ain't chasing you. I don't care if you're fine as hell and you got a nice booty and you're looking good and you smell good and you got money and you got everything that you think a man wants. Woman, I ain't chasing you. It should be a mutual give and take. See how it is right now? It should be that way all the time. We talk to each other, we get along, we do shit together. It's not like, we speak to each other. I'm going out of my way to text you to see how things are, and then you just act like you don't know me. And then when you see me, you're like, oh shit, Mark, oh my god, I haven't seen you forever. How you doing? What are you up to? Avoiding your dumb ass, because I'm not getting in your emotional little game with me, woman. You must be out of your damn mind. You remember, it's 2025, woman. I ain't chasing nobody. We should be doing shit mutually. Yeah? This ain't fucking kindergarten. Fuck you talking about? I ain't happening. I ain't doing that shit. One thing, I don't need that shit in my life. If you're like, she's probably what? I think she went 38. She went 38. So she's 10 years younger than me. And she still acts like a 10-year-old. And I'm like, yep, I thought you were smart, but apparently you're not. Good riddance. Bye. Now when I see her, I give her this one. She's like, I was like, dumb hoe. Like, you're so weird. And I ain't seen her with no guy. Right? And I'm saying to myself, this girl is fine as hell. Got an immaculate shape and body. She got her own business, own money, own place, everything. And she like, ain't nobody, she ain't got no man. And I'm like, how the fuck a guy ain't hopping on this shit? These guys are weird. But see, it's her. She's the weirdo. These guys probably date her and be like, yeah, this bitch is whack. They must have found out what I found out. Yeah, it's not worth it, bro. She's looked good on the outside, but she's whacking the inside. No, thank you. I ain't doing all that shit. I ain't gonna be like dealing with no whack job. No thanks. I have to have a mutual relationship with a woman in order to love her and be cool with her. When she starts acting weird and crazy and like playing games and playing hard to get on, that's when I lose my everything for you because I don't want to deal with no kindergarten shit. We're not playing hide and seek. We're at the age where we should be adults and we should communicate, and that's how things get better, yeah. And if you can't do that, sweetheart, you're never gonna find a man. And I ain't got a woman because none of you women know what the fuck you want. And when you see a real mofo like me, then you don't know what to do with a real guy like me because I ain't full of shit. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, and that's gonna scare you probably. I ain't gonna time for that shit. I'm telling you the truth from day one. So every time you go and research or do your homework, you're gonna say, "Fuck, Mark was telling the truth. This is weird. I want a man who lies to me. What the fuck happened to the liars? I want a man who lies to me. I want a man who treats me like shit and calls me a hoe. Mark treats me like a woman, like a queen. Fuck, I can't handle this. This is not right. What am I missing here? Who the hell is this guy? I'm the realest mofo you ever know, woman. That's why they can't handle me. I tell the truth every day. They don't like that. They don't like guys who tell the truth. They want these lames. Welcome back, Dan. All right, guys, I'm gonna go eat my dinner. My sister just texted me to say the food's here, so I'm gonna go get my dinner, and I'll probably be back later on. All righty, I'll be back later. All right, guys, take care. I'll be back later though.